Planet Dolan. Are we running out of new music? We answer this and 9 other life mysteries.
Hello there. My name is Shima, and I'll be reading out the questions and answers.
I'm Danger Dolan, and I'm here to blow your mind with truth.
Spatial Rend asks, how does tuning a guitar work?
Cheese. Use the strings to grate cheese, which will fall into the center hole, thereby subtly altering the feng shui, which leads to acoustic perfection. Trust me, man. I've been in tons of bands.
When a string on a guitar is plucked, it wiggles back and forth, compressing the air around it into sound waves. When you turn the pegs on the guitar's neck, the waves get closer together if you tighten the string or further apart if you loosen it, making higher or lower tones. Lizard 1023 asks, what was the first rap song?
It was obviously the Pokemon rap that first took the world by storm. It was quickly followed up with songs about big boaties, something about being on a boat, and everyone just calls each other racial slurs to sick beats.
The first single to feature rapping was King Tim III Personality Jock, a disco song by the Fatback Band in 1979. However, it was Rapper's Delight by Travis Sick Tricks Isaac later that same year that is generally considered to be the song that popularized the genre. Josh Gurney asks, if all the buttons on a trumpet look exactly the same, how does each one make a different note?
It's a technology known as haptic feedback, in which the buttons become raging hot if you're not playing properly, which means bad players have hands that are eventually worn down to stumps because of how terrible they perform.
The buttons on a trumpet aren't actually what play the notes themselves. In fact, you don't have to touch the buttons at all. All the different note changes depend on how fast or slow you buzz your lips when you play. Sora Roxas 528 asks, what was the first recorded song?
It's actually a song we've all heard 1,000,000 times. In fact, one we carried in our pockets for years and years without even realizing. The Nokia 3310 ringtone is what all contemporary music is based on. Art itself sprang the day we heard these luscious tunes.
The first ever song to be discovered was found in Syria in the early 1950s. The tablets the score is written on have been dated to around 3,400 years ago and have been dubbed Hurricane Hymn No. 6. Elliot Excel asks, where did rave music originate from?
The whole genre was sparked by one song, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called. What was that song? I can never remember the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Wait, I think I know. Of course, the name of the song is...
The term rave was originally used in London in the late 1950s to describe the wild bohemian parties on the Soho Beatnik set. Later, it was used to describe any wild party in general. This idea soon brought about garage rock and psychedelia bands in the 60s, and the techno and acid house genres in the 80s. Wizard Jeff asks, Fortissimo, what is it?
These are the secret lyrics of that song which always plays when someone is walking down the aisle at a wedding. Listen carefully next time you're at one, and you'll begin to hear it. Fortissimo, 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 fortissimo.
Fortissimo literally means very loud, so seeing it on a music score means to play that section or piece very loudly. It's as simple as that.
Fortissimo, 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 mo.
Connor Darrow asks, what is the difference between high and low tones?
It really depends on the musician. If they're deep in bank loan debts, their wife is filing for divorce, their dog left home and took the DVD player, chances are he'll play songs a bit low and mellow. On the other hand, if he finds that sock he thought he lost, get ready for a high and vibrant performance. Although the sock won't bring his dog back. Ooh, touchy subject.
The difference between high and low sounds is how close together the sound waves, waves of compressed air, are to each other. The closer together, the higher the pitch, and vice versa. Human hearing is only sensitive enough to hear a tiny fraction of the noise around us, but many animals can hear sounds much higher or lower than we can. Epic is So Cool 101 asks, where did the instrument sections get their names?
They were named to be as accessible to the audience as possible. You have the guitars that shrunk in the washing machine section, the coffin with strings people, the fancy tube-blowing crew, everyone's favorite coconut basher, and our most important member, the stick-waving magician guy who makes music while everyone else pretends.
The traditional orchestra has 4 sections: woodwinds, brass, percussion, and strings. Woodwinds get their name from the reed used to make sound in the instrument. Brass is for the material the horns are made of. Percussion is how the drum beat is made, by hitting it. Finally, strings is named after the vibrating strings that make their sound. Are we running out of new music?
We thought we were for a while, but then we discovered a huge stack of CDs with new music, and we've been burning through them pretty hard for the last few years. It's estimated we have about 6 months worth of CDs left before we're totally burned.
I can't speak for the creativity of musicians, but I can make a guess mathematically. The average song is 180 seconds and plays about 120 beats per minute. Just doing the math for 1 bar results in 1.17 quadrillion different combinations. The 1 bar. I think we may be safe from running out of music for a while. Cabrin23 asks, how does music affect emotions?
Music spreads a message. You feel what the artist feels, and that is what influences your emotions. Here's a song I wrote earlier. It demonstrates something that happened to me today. I will understand if you need to cry, as I bear to you my soul. I didn't have a very good day today because I hurt my foot. I stubbed it on the corner of the desk, and I've also got a splinter. The splinters are sore, I keep flicking it and it hurts me even more. It's bleeding slightly, but not very much. I don't think I need a band-aid, but it doesn't make me feel very good today. It hasn't been a good day. That summarized my point. It's been bad. It's been a bad day. It's been a bad day.
Researchers have found that music affects our emotions in many different ways, but the base of it seems to be the rhythm and the tone. Our heartbeat naturally slows down or speeds up to sync with the rhythm, causing us to feel sad, excited, or even joyful. A major tone sounds and makes us feel happy, while a minor tone can make us feel sad. And some music drives us insane.
Fortissimo, 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 fortissimo. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.